Welcome to another Westminster gossip video. Yeah, I'm tired of it too. But it is important to talk about these updates because, well, firstly, to make sure that we actually shift the narrative from the way mainstream media are talking about it, fix the spin that they're giving us. But secondly, dig deep down to find out what's going on exactly. So the news story that we now have is Penny Mordaunt, who until now has been seen as one of the dark horses of this potential leadership election against Boris Johnson, whenever that happens, if that happens, because whilst we have the outsiders, the backbenchers, the rebels, the Mark Harpers, and the others who are completely from the outside, then you've got the proper established cabinet members like Liz Truss and Rishi Sunak. Someone like Penny could come out and say, well, I'm a Brexiteer, but I'm also a moderate One Nation-ish, and I'm a woman, so tick box. And then they're now saying, and she's been a junior minister, a trade minister, and she's been doing an okay job. She's been getting a lot of attention. I can see it on social media. Her team are being more proactive, very very subtle. But now the Mail are doing these sort of stories, saying that Penny Mordaunt is now on a resignation watch, and even Boris's allies believe that no confidence vote is inevitable. Well, duh. But just because the no confidence vote is inevitable doesn't mean that Boris will lose. To clarify, that goes to the next part of this whole story. That the Prime Minister says that enemies will need a tank to drag him out of number 10. Again, we talked about it in the previous video with the new appointment of Gita Hari. We don't help. This doesn't help. But the whole gossip is about how many letters have been sent. Some people say, well, about 35. Some people say over 45. Some people say that they've already reached it. It's just basically under the limit, which is a ceiling of 54. What's the point? Seriously, what's the point at this point? Because those who are sick and tired of Boris Johnson and hit the number 10 Downing Street team, if they're competent to pull this off, this coup, what do we want to call it, then they will do it. And if they can't, then that means they're incompetent. They should not lead the country. Boris Johnson himself, if he really wants to recover, build back Boris, then do it better. If you're going to do a shake-up in number 10 Downing Street, control the narrative. Don't allow them to resign. Fire them. And don't hire replacements who are going to get bad PR attacks. Also, change your policies. The obsession with net zero, the accelerated net zero policy that we have, the direction, is crazy. It's not going to happen. It's just not workable anyway. And with the winter crisis that we're going to have, fuel crisis that you created, the energy, not for fuel really, you're going to lose all the support. Not just the red wall, but actually the old school Tory supporters as well. So all sides are stupid at this point. And I did make this video to make sure that if the mainstream media start ranting about Penny Mordaunt, let's just make sure that we fix the spin. Because on the one hand, some people will come and say, well, Penny's plotting. On the other hand, they might say, Boris Johnson is a puppet master. He's using Penny as a distraction. Let's make sure that we stick to the main stories. Just like obviously already we've uploaded one about the Northern Ireland Protocol. Let's talk about that. In the next few videos, I'm going to talk about the whole issue with the net zero, but also what's going on in Canada, because there's a state of emergency now that's been called by the mayor, and everything else that we are dealing with. There's a lot of stories about CCP in China as well. So subscribe to the channel. I'm Tousi, and we are the media.